you might be able to tell there's a difference in our ages.
Almost a decade.
Yes. And give you an idea of the disparity, when I first met Judy, she thought counterculture was what happens when you wipe the bar with a moldy rag, okay? So I've spent enough time explaining the 60s that I was prompted to write this next song. It's kind of a primer in post-hippie apologetics, and other artists have admired this song but have declined to perform it. They all say, oh, I can't sing that song. It's a pro-drug song. And I am here to state unequivocally and for the record, this is not a pro-drug song. This is an amateur drug song. You may recognize the tune, but don't let on because you'll give your age away. In 1965, we took a little trip along with Dr. Leary, and it really made us flip. We smoked a little pot, and then we took some LSD. We opened up our middle eyes to see what we could see. It blew our minds when the rushes started coming. We just had to know how far out a mind could go. We hopped in the microbus, the highway was a-hummin'. Looking for peyote, we lit out for Mexico. What's too far for some Indians and mushrooms, and peyote was the scene. Psilocybin soup brewed in a pot of mescaline. In an hour we were laughing lots and feeling kind of odd, and then we all threw up, and then we all saw God. It blew our minds when the rushes started coming. We were sure that we had something here that everyone should know. We could clearly see a revolution was a-coming. The microbus was headed for San Francisco. Hop, hip, hopes, high, well up in Sausalito. It was groovy for a while. We sold some crazy cactus, but we gave away a pile. There was lots of love one summer. Kesey's pranksters were a blast, but we couldn't have been dumber when we thought that it would last. We blew our minds when the bikers started coming, trafficking and everything from runaways to snow. We could see the times were changing and some of us were bumming. The microbus was pointed towards Chicago. Hype, hate, Ashbury. Well, we thought the flower's power was all the force we'd need to overcome the system's politics of war and greed. When they clubbed us on the head, reporters griped and moaned, and by the time we got to Woodstock, we were 500,000 stoned. It blew our minds when the rushes kept a coming, but there wasn't as many as there was a while ago. Hippies turning yippies could hear the distant drumming. The score Chicago 7 and 4 dead in Ohio. Tribes, trips, troops, traps. Well, we ran through the briars and we ran through the brambles and we ran through some bushes that our parents never smoked. We ran so fast that the draft couldn't catch us from the borderline up north to the Gulf of Mexico. Hell no, won't go. Well, now the weeds are growing through the microbus out back. What started love and acid ended up as AIDS and crack. What we thought was a movement was just a growing pain, and now we know the more things change, the more they stay insane. We blew our minds, we blew the revolution. We thought that folks remembered prohibition had to go. We hoped to find a logical solution, and then someone decided it would work to just say no. Hooked, crooked, booked, cooked. Well, now we got a war on and it's in your neighborhood. Big guns and money on each side and it ain't looking good. Suggest we legalize it and the system only shrugs. You know, when drugs are outlawed, only outlaws will have drugs. We blew our minds, we blew the Woodstock nation. We blew so much pot, we forgot we blew the microbus. Blew our chance at a reconciliation, and now when our own kids turn on, they only turn on us. Too far freaking out.